You asked.
I did.
This is your life.
I don't know why.
Charlie Band.
Yes.
Does the subject matter, the horror, sci-fi, fantasy, is that part of the marketing idea, the thrust of what you're doing?
Yeah, I've always, I think with no exceptions, I've always made science fiction, fantasy, and horror films.
Why?
It's a genre I love, and I didn't want to specialize in something that wasn't my thing, you know. So I've always been a fan of these films, and I started making these pictures a long time ago, and I've sort of stayed with that genre. I enjoy it as a fan. I enjoy making these movies.
And the key here is to make it for a price.
It's commerce, it's business, it's, you know, spending $2 and trying to make $3, you know, and winding up with half a cent at the end of the day to pay your bills. So, yeah, because if you overspend, and you know, if you make one picture and it's a labor of love, you can get away with anything because, you know, but if this is your business and you make one picture a month, which is what we do, it is a business. You have to stay within a framework.
And what's the framework? That's what I'm curious about. The financial framework, where does that take?
Well, it's really,
we're talking about sets, we're talking about wardrobe, makeup.
First, it's very seasonal
Pre-and-post.
because whatever makes sense today will absolutely make no sense in 6 months from now. I mean, the business changes that quickly.
So are you saying that making a film for a good price is a factor in that, is finding, discovering, and employing new talent?
For sure.
And that talent is in every area.
In every area, and you have to know how to find it. You know, the analogy I like to talk about is the writer who gets $1 million to write a screenplay is still using that same couple dollars worth of paper that the guy who'll do it for $500. And the talent is talent, you know, it's just who has that talent. And you need to discover those people. I mean, I've worked with some great effects guys who've moved on, and some wonderful actors and actresses, and fantastic directors, and you know, in many cases they did their first picture for me, or one of their first films for me.
So the question is, how do you find it?
You have to just develop a good sense of taste, I guess. You know,
Do they come to your office? Do you go see them?
It depends. You know, in the case of actors, you know, you hire casting people who come in and bring actors in, or you run ads in the various publications, and sometimes you have to look at 100 people before you find out those 2 or 3 that could qualify.
But as an actor, I am very much aware that that's the least of your worries. That there's innumerable actors, and some of them are good and totally unknown and work for very little. But the major talents are like writers.
It's everything, you know.
And the people who make
it's
the special
really
effects.
the talent is on both sides of the camera. And if there's one, you know, chink in the armor, if the script isn't good, I don't care how much money you have, because we all see $50 million movies that suck. You go, how could they have made this stupid movie? And usually it's the script, you know. So every piece of it's important. I've chosen never to chase sort of big name actors or try to pull sort of B actors with some kind of name into my movies, because I like my movies to sort of work based on premise, you know, the high concept of, you know, whatever the story is, as opposed to, you know, I think I can sell this movie because John Carradine's in it. And I use that name, John is gone, and he actually did a few movies with me, but there was a period where every little B movie had John Carradine in it, you know. And so I just prefer to use unknown, talented actors and tell a good story with a high concept gimmick.